everybody?
It's that time again. It's me, Josh.
And I'm Ryan, and this is the podcast. Super official opening. No fun around here.
No fun. It's never fun.
Serious business.
We get down to biz, bro.
People talking about movies 2 weeks after they came out. To an audience of their very direct peers.
Yeah, some of us of our direct peers.
How you doing, Josh?
Dude, I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. Jobs rolling. Everything's going right.
Yeah. We're coming to you again live from the garage studio.
And doing our thing.
Our new studio setup. And we have a lot, we got even more equipment than before.
Yeah,
so
we actually have some official stuff.
If you're somebody like me who fucking hears when we hit the table and cringes because of the thud, we can hit this table as much as we want. You'll hear us hitting it, but there ain't no thuds.
There's no thud, there's no pop, there's no reverb.
We've got
just the noise of the table.
We've got an official setup. We're going to tweet out a picture of it on the Mighty Fish Podcast Twitter. Take a look at that.
I'm going to tell you, I was going to say, that's actually not a bad idea. I was thinking, like, maybe we should start an Instagram or something like that.
We have the Twitter already.
Yeah, because some of the dudes that I follow on my podcast app is they put out Instagram pics and stuff like that.
It's just a way to keep in touch with the audience in between episodes.
We do need to increase our social media presence.
It's true.
I feel like we're very lacking on that front.
Yeah, it's like 2005 around here.
The problem is that we are two guys that don't really give a shit about social media and keeping up with the face bees and the my friendster.
The friends
the face space. Facetagram.
So Josh,
Snap
we're
bits.
coming this episode, or I don't know, depending on how I edited things. This episode, we're talking about one movie in particular, and then this is what I'll cut in. But we're talking about, I don't know if I change it, but we're talking about.
You should leave that part.
I'm going to.
I hope you
DC's new movie, Warner Brothers, Lego.
Batman.
There was another one, I forget. Lego Batman. We saw it a week ago. I saw it twice.
Yeah, he's seen it twice. I saw it one time.
So we're experts.
Yeah.
This is all you need to hear.
Yeah, for one, for all those good deep analyzations of the subtext.
Mm-hmm.
And everything, we're gonna get right to it.
And all that jazz. All right, Josh, what did you think of Lego Batman?
Well, I know you've been wanting to talk to me about this for a while. I describe myself these days as a long-suffering Batman fan.
Yeah, it's true.
Because I haven't enjoyed any DC, period. Well, no, not in general. The cartoons are still good. The movies and such. But as a Batman fan, it's
been hard times in the kingdom.
Dark times.
Dark times.
Dark times in the kingdom, dude. Since Batman Begins, I probably haven't been that satisfied. And I know people are going to go, but what about Dark Knight? Mm-hmm. Dark Knight, to me, is not a Batman film. It's an amazing crime story.
Yes. And for me, the fact that it is a Batman movie is what ruins the movie for me.
I don't entirely disagree with you on that.
I don't. Here's the thing when it comes to and this is why this is my favorite Batman movie. Spoiler alert.
Lego Batman.
Lego Batman is my favorite Batman movie.
Yeah. I just felt some clarification was necessary.
Not Dark Knight, yes. Yeah. But in general, the reason I don't have the thing that some older fans have where they want their love for a child comic book character to be legitimized. You know what I mean? I don't need a gritty crime movie with my Batman in it. I want it to be fun, and I want it to be true to what it is. It's craziness. It's a man who dresses up like a bat and fights crime. Take it as that. So that's the thing. That's why I don't care for The Dark Knight. I think it's a good crime movie if it wasn't a Batman movie.
I'm actually, now that you're explaining this, I'm 100% on board with that. It's a comic book movie.
Yeah.
Have some fucking fun with it. I don't need you to have Batman in the real world and all that nonsense. I need you to just give me Batman in Gotham City. That's why I constantly tout how much I love the Tim Burton Batman, 1989 Batman. Because Gotham in that movie, live action, doesn't look entirely real. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with that. I like that it has that cartoonish almost elements to it. I understand that Batman is super serious for a lot of people. I am super serious about Batman. I love that. We've had several fights over the Bat and how much I love him. But I don't need to see the real life equivalent of Gotham City.
Yeah.
Because apparently it's just Chicago.
Yeah.
Which I don't agree with. There's no real gothic structure in there. Like, you look at the comics, even to this day, and you look at Tim Burton's Batman, that's fucking Gotham, dude. He's sitting on gargoyles, and they're everywhere. Every building has a gargoyle on it and stuff like that. He's on gargoyles. He's on church steeples for no reason. There's no churches all over the place. It's just every place has a steeple. You know, I love that look. And the Nolan Batmans, for as good as they are, with the exception of Rises, which is a steaming pile of shit. I know you like it jokingly.
Yeah, it was dumb, so I'm like, I gave it credit for that.
But like, there's no real.
It's not a Batman movie.
No,
it's like it's a really dumb action movie.
It is. Well, and that's my problem with Batman as a whole.
The scale is just all over on how they want to take that character.
Yeah, dude. There's never any. It's when they first talked about like the Riddler possibly being the villain for the second Nolan Batman, I was so excited because finally we were going to see a detective.
Yeah.
We were probably going to see Batman do his detective elements instead of being Punch Man.
Yeah.
And because I really get over that, dude. And like that was why I didn't like Dark Knight Rises, because it's just a very well made, elaborate kung fu movie.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh no, Bane's kung fu is stronger.
The cops and criminals are just having a brawl in the middle of the street.
Yeah. All the cops, they're under the thing. Send all the cops. Why don't you have an elite strike force? Like, why did you send
This is gonna
police?
take all the cops.
Yeah, no, we need send homicide, vice. I want.
But you know, it's funny you bring up in the '89 Batman.
Yeah.
The look of Gotham. What I liked, there was actually a part in this movie and Lego Batman that I liked that pertaining to Gotham.
I got way off topic.
Which is they're at the commissioner ball or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know, everything's super nice. It's this big, super nice party, and it's crazy. He saves the day. Let's just put it that way. It's not exactly what happens.
Yeah.
But and he drives off like, cool, I'm gonna go visit the orphans. And as he gets away from that city center where the party is, it turns into the slums.
Yeah.
There's like cars on fire and the buildings look all
sucked.
shitty.
It was awful.
Yeah. And I was like, they didn't focus on Gotham as much as like I'm sure you would have liked, like showing the city.
Yeah,
but they talked about how crime-ridden it was. They showed a bit where it's like, oh, this place kind of sucks.
Yes.
And
that was my key point. One of the things I enjoyed the most about Lego Batman was it established Gotham as a place, and you got to see that it sucked. Like, I mean, and it's funny because it's a kids movie. It's goofy.
Yes.
But for the Batman fan, you're going to enjoy it because you see they don't just suddenly talk about the gap between the rich and the poor.
Yeah.
And, oh, the Depression sucked, you know, when it was like they did in the Nolan Batmans.
Yeah.
But you don't really see how shitty Gotham can be or how it really is. Like, they just talked about in Dark Knight Rises how awful this gap was and the poor people were suffering, and all you did was see that Catwoman was living in a shitty apartment with her
weird friend,
with her younger friend or whatever. Yeah. It was just like, okay. This movie, like when he leaves to go see the orphans and stuff, like you're saying, he goes through the shitty parts of Gotham.
Yeah.
There was Gotham was real in that, and I really enjoyed that. It made me think of the animated series, and a lot of this reminded me of the animated series. Dude, I loved this movie, dude. Yeah. I really loved this movie. It's probably one of my top 5 favorite Batman films. No joke. It's fucking Lego movie, so it's wacky and goofy and stuff like that. But it's
it's not even overly wacky and goofy because I went into
there's some heart in it.
Oh yeah, I went into this as a fan of the Lego movie.
Yeah, you loved the Lego
Not
movie.
a big Batman fan.
No.
And the beginning of the movie is very goofy, very Lego movie, very, very funny.
Yeah.
And then it gets into the swing of Batman's story.
Yeah.
And it stays there. It keeps the Lego humor throughout, but it's very understated, and it's mostly just a Batman story, and it kept me in. It didn't disappoint. I was just like,
funny.
wow.
It was funny because at one point I was talking to a friend, and I was telling him, I was like, because he hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
And I said, once again, it's DC and WB demonstrating that their cartoon, quote unquote, for kids Batmans, DC, anything with the DC property, is infinitely better than any of their live action endeavors. I don't understand where the disconnect is. I can't figure it out. Like
I said, there's people who need shit legitimized for them.
But
they don't.
Why do you know
they're not a fan of some childish thing. It can be serial, and I want a serious adult fucking movie. When the thing is,
the thing about
the difference between a children's story and an adult story. A story still needs to be a well-structured story.
Yes.
The difference is making nothing that's like graphically violent or sexualized or whatever, but like at the end of the day, a young adult or a fucking childhood thing or a children's entertainment product can be for fucking adults to enjoy because it is just a story that does not have anything offensive that children don't need to see.
Well, dude, it's just you're spot on, and like 100%, dude. I used to watch the Batman animated series in the '90s with my dad.
Yeah,
and my dad loved the fucking show. Like he would wait for that show. He would get up, Saturday morning, or when they would do it on primetime. And stuff like that, and watch with me because he was into the shit. He loved it too. And the argument that I always love to give to those assholes that are just like, but DC and Batman aren't for kids. When did you start reading Batman, you 45-year-old man? Like, I know for a fact I was reading at 8, 9 years old. Yeah. I started reading comics when I was 7 years old. Don't give me this fucking Wolverine's not for kids. X-Men's not for kids. There's adult undertones, but I guarantee that you didn't get them till you were older.
The reason you like it is because you liked it when you were a kid.
Yeah, and it's just and
it should stay the same. It shouldn't grow with an audience. And growing with an audience, it doesn't mean anything. You're just making it gritty for the sake of making it for adults.
Yeah,
and all you're doing is isolating an audience. You're isolating basically having a younger audience and making money.
Yeah.
And you're not adding anything.
Yeah.
You're putting yourself into a corner.
And the thing is like, it seems like with the live action movies, their idea of mature and gritty is like a 13-year-old's idea of, Batman said the fuck word and they kicked him in the balls. Ooh. And it's like, what? That's not an adult story. An adult is able to accept the fact that these are comic book characters. He's a cartoonish man wearing a bat suit, fighting a guy dressed up as a clown, and not caring.
Here are two very recent examples. We'll use Lego Batman and Zootopia.
I was gonna bring up Zootopia, dude.
Again,
how many times have we talked about
apparently
Zootopia?
These are children's movies, yes, yet Lego Batman deals with dealing with loss.
Yes.
And overcoming it.
Yes.
Zootopia is about racism.
Racism, drug abuse, oppression in general.
Yeah.
But
I could take stuff. Am I right?
I could do. My nephew loves Zootopia.
Exactly. It's like it makes no sense why we need to gritty shit up.
No, I don't need Batman decapitating people or anything like that. That goes against the character.
I don't want them to take something like Nocturnal Animals and turn it into a PG movie.
Exactly. Nobody's asking for PG-7 or
exactly.
or something like that.
There are movies that need to exist in a certain thing, and if there is a really good story that cannot be told any other way than R-rated, like hopefully Logan is, then cool, go for it. But don't
Deadpool's another one.
Don't structure a movie around a tone unless the story don't write the story write a story
based around a rating.
And keep a tone.
Yeah.
But don't pick a tone and then write a story to match that tone.
Well, like, that's the thing is, like, you hear, listening to, like documentaries and behind the scenes of, like, the old Batman animated series, Justice League, Superman, they had to take things and change them a bit.
Yeah.
To make them okay to show for kids and stuff like that. But it never took away from the story. One of the most beautiful things that they did in the Batman animated series was when they introduced Dick Grayson, when they introduced Robin into the show. It did the Flying Robins, which were the Flying Graysons. Sorry,
Flying Graysons, yeah.
Who were his parents, and they died due to sabotage at the circus that they worked at. And when they die, you see the silhouettes of them on the trapeze, and then you see the trapeze snap, and then in silhouette, it all happens off screen.
Yeah.
And it is artistically beautiful. And that's what
you're
I'm
still
looking for.
dealing with death, and you're still
you're still dealing with the emotional. You know what happened. You're dealing with the emotional impact, but you didn't need to show all this. It doesn't need to be ridiculous, over the top. I don't know, dude. And this is what I'm talking about. I don't understand what the disconnect is. And I gotta say, it's with the writers and the directors, because every actor they put into these projects is a decent actor.
Yeah,
I think Henry Cavill could be a great Superman. Stop making him an angsty piece of shit. He's Superman. He looks on the bright side.
Why are you not just making a Superman? And we're very off topic.
We've gone down a bunny trail.
But why are you not just making a Superman movie and instead going, how do we make Superman real? Well, he'd be sad and like just overly thinking.
The cynicism is so prevalent.
When honestly, they could make him in character and deal with adult tones of loss and the loss of his planet, the loss of his dad, the loss of everything. What he deals with, hiding his true identity. All of that can be done without
the outdated ideals of right and wrong.
Exactly. Without being like a cynical asshole about what that would do to a person. He is still Superman.
Not caring about protecting a city filled with people that he's supposed to be protecting.
Sometimes I honestly think that fucking going within the confines of making something okay for kids makes you think more creatively about how to get those themes through.
No, it totally pushes that creativity bar. I agree with that 100%, dude. It makes you think, and it makes you do things in unique ways that look cool.
Yeah, because when you can just write, when you're like, how do I convey this? And you can just write him saying fucking curse words and being a dick, that's easy.
Yeah.
That doesn't make for good shit, though. Thinking of a way to make it understandable to all minds how a person feels. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. And that's what this movie really does.
It gets you.
Brittany, fucking my fiance, she fucking loved this movie, and she doesn't care for the Lego movie.
Yeah, she didn't like the
Lego movie.
And
she's like, wow, that was really good. And there was a couple of times in this movie that I was like,
you got to get a little, dude.
I got a little there.
I got a little,
one single tear,
little one down the cheek. No, I was getting a little pooly. I was getting pulled up. And that was one thing I was going to talk about is how well it nails Batman. Yes, he's ridiculous and arrogant and super funny, but it nails his attitude well. Yeah, and he raps. He does rap metal, which he's so out of touch.
Yeah,
but like. I felt like that was the fact that he is that out of touch. Wouldn't he be that out of touch for being totally dedicated to his cause of fighting crime? He doesn't know what's cool or what's going down in the streets. He's just fighting crime.
He's a shut-in, yeah.
Yeah, he's a total shut-in. And they dealt with him being a shut-in. And the thing that I liked the most is they dealt with... He's not the brooding loner... Because he's, so wicked, tortured. Yeah. It's that he can't deal with loss.
Mm-hmm.
And
he won't let anybody in.
He won't let anybody in. And I have always liked that element of the Bat.
Yeah.
It's not I'm a badass, I do it myself. It's fucking, that's on the surface, dude. It's just, I don't know, man. I really enjoyed that part. Without any spoilers, where he chooses to take on a fight by himself.
Instead of, here's an example.
Enjoyed that part of the movie so much.
From Dark Knight and Rises. So instead of being like Alfred sees what's going on and tries to impart advice, and then Bruce is a huge dick, and fucking doesn't listen and drives him away, and it's all like, well, and everybody's mad at everybody.
That made me so angry because Alfred would never leave Bruce.
Exactly. What do they do in this movie? He tries to help him. Batman does the whole, oh, no, oh, are those there? Oh, yeah, cool. And then it's just like, blah, blah, blah. And instead of just doing this dark fuck you thing, he's like, I'm just going to take action and force him to change.
No, that's, dude,
you know what I mean?
And that was so properly Alfred. He's a father figure, and I loved that because that's Alfred.
And Batman actually, in this movie, Bruce actually did say something like super hurtful to him.
He said something very mean.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit! And they just, and like I felt it, but like he didn't give up. He just like, whoops.
He just kept coming. Yeah, dude. No, and that's Alfred.
So they showed like, it's on the certain,
I mean, this doesn't take away from the performance of Michael Caine. It's just I don't enjoy that interpretation.
No. Of course not. Yeah, so it's like they showed Batman having a moment. You're getting his thing. You see Alfred. That you get the whole, he's trying to cover it up. It's his outside persona. Yeah. And Alfred's not buying it. And it's just like everything in this movie felt much better done than any other thing I've seen.
Genuine. Very genuine. Nothing felt forced. Dude, that part in the movie, the part that got me in the movie was right after the beginning. When he's got the robe on, he's eating the lobster thermidor, and he sees the picture outside of Crime Alley, which is actually just called Crime Alley. It's the picture of him and his parents coming out of the Zorro film.
That's the scene I'm talking about.
And he said, I know that was what you're talking about, but no, man, it got me because he's just like, hi, Mom, hi, Dad.
Yeah.
I think you would have been super proud of me today, dude. I was sitting there just like trying
to... And then he realizes that Alfred sees him, and then fucking he's just like, I was just over here chilling.
So talking, the old gang,
that is there. So I'm going to go to bed. It's morning.
It's morning. Yeah, that was a funny joke.
And then he treats him like a child, too. You can't just listen to angry music and stay up all night.
Yes, I can.
You got to go to the thing. No.
And then he's throwing a temper tantrum up the stairs.
And then it all gets resolved with a tuxedo dress-up party.
Oh, dude. And, like, speaking of for kids and adults, this movie's just chock full of shit that's for, like, the best joke.
The first showing I went to, everybody there was having so much more fun. When we went and saw it, it seemed like everybody in the movie theater was a stiff.
I feel like me, and that girl next to me were the only people really enjoying. There was another kid. I kept hearing him crack up in the corner.
Oh, okay.
But no, dude, it was like you, me, and that chick sitting next to me were having the best time.
Yeah, lots of laughs. But anyway, sorry. Right at the beginning, you were talking about a joke.
That joke that. I don't want to spoil it for anybody because, like, you have to see this fucking movie.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Spoilers from here on out. Let's just warn you. Come back.
A couple spoilers.
Yeah, we'll keep it light. But
yeah, there's a joke that Robin tells him.
Oh my god!
It's the best written joke in the. It's my favorite joke in the whole movie.
Are you talking about when he introduces himself?
When he introduces himself, and he says, "My name is."
And that is a very good. Back to what we were talking about in the beginning. That's a very good use of for adults. Kids won't get it.
It's so fun. I think some kids would.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah,
but you can tell the censors they won't.
Yeah, like I don't want to ruin the joke for anybody because it's so funny.
If the kid understands it, then it's appropriate for him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And kids who don't get it, they won't even look twice.
Yeah, but it's a nice little wink. I don't want to wreck the joke for anybody.
No.
But it's super good.
Yeah, and that whole bit was funny, like how he ends up adopting him.
Yeah,
they don't deal with Dick's parents dying. He's just an orphan.
No, he's just an orphan. Yeah, you know nothing about the Flying Graysons in this.
Yeah.
One problem I had with the movie, I had a couple.
From a Batman fan? Okay, because that's why I told you, I was like, I love this movie. You got to see it. I think it's the best fucking Batman movie. I got to hear what you think about it. So this is the meat and potatoes
this is
right
what
here,
you wanted
Josh.
to get to. Okay.
Look how excited I am.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've been this excited about talking about a movie.
Well, dude, it's been a long time between talking good movies. Except for when we were talking about like Nocturnal Animals and Fences. That was great. One problem I had as a Batman fan, and this is a thing that seems to be on the rise. I don't know if they're doing it in the comics. Because I don't read the comics anymore because I can't fucking stand Marvel or DC right now. I think they're terrible.
Okay.
But Barbara.
Okay.
Barbara Gordon is in this movie.
Yes.
And
I don't know who she is, by the way.
That's Batgirl.
Okay.
She is Commissioner Gordon's daughter.
Okay. I knew she was Batgirl in the movie.
Yeah.
But I didn't know the character. I didn't know because, like, obviously Captain 60s isn't a thing.
No.
So I just didn't know if they took liberties or not.
No. Batgirl is a real character. She is Barbara Gordon, and she's one of my favorite sidekicks.
Okay.
She was in the cartoon. She was in the comics. Barbara's always been.
And she
cool.
was just recently in The Killing Joke, right?
Yeah.
I know.
That's one of my problems as well, and it kind of bleeds into this one.
Okay. Oh.
Is the whole Barbara and Bruce are a thing.
Oh, okay.
Barbara's always been Dick's girl. She's the same age as Dick. She's always been his girl. Like,
so you're saying Batman and Robin did it better?
No. I will never say that.
Did that better?
No. I can never praise Batman and Robin.
Fair enough. I haven't even seen the whole thing. I just know Batgirl's in it.
Yeah, well, she's Alicia Silverstone.
Nice.
I still don't understand how she got a career. But anyway, that's another thing. No, in this one, she's kind of his love interest as well.
Yeah.
And, like, it bothers me knowing the age gap between the two of them. And it's just like, ooh.
Dude, it's just because he's on the rebound after fucking Wild Styles gave him the fucking
After
cold
Wild
shoulder.
Styles gave him the cold shoulder, yeah. That's funny, though, to go off of my complaints, is how little this actually has to do with the Lego movie. It's just Batman in Gotham. Like, they reference him being a master builder twice. Yeah. And that's it. But no, that's one complaint that I have. Little nitpick.
Yeah.
It's like I don't enjoy that.
If that's the worst you got, then holy shit, man.
I was telling you one. Well, it establishes the necessity of the Bat family.
Okay.
To Bruce. And the Bat family was never one of my favorite points. I enjoyed the comic the most when it was Batman. It was Bruce Wayne, Tim Drake, Dick Grayson showed up occasionally because he was Nightwing as I was reading. When I started reading, he had been Nightwing for a bit. And Oracle, who is Barbara Gordon's tragic character after The Killing Joke.
Okay.
I enjoyed that period the most. That was when it was prime for me. And it was so great. But the Bat family expanded, and like they now Nightwing is an official Batman character, and he's not on his own really anymore. He does his own stuff, but he's like Team Batman. That's the thing that doesn't make any sense to me. Is Batman is supposed to be alone, with maybe Robin showing up occasionally to help him out. But like now there's Batman, there's Robin, there's Red Robin, there's Nightwing, there's Batgirl, there's Batwoman, there's I guess a new character named Batwing. And Red Hood is apparently a good guy now. He's the DC Punisher. That's 8 people. And Batman's acting like he's all by himself again. Yeah. Like, don't give me that shit, dude.
Yeah, no, I can see as a comic continuity, I could see that being annoying. But for this story,
that's what I was going to get into. But for the purposes of this story, it works because it establishes that part that we were talking about earlier that I loved. That they dealt with the fact that Batman doesn't want anybody to get hurt. He doesn't want to suffer a loss anymore. He can't handle it. So he gets everybody as far away from him as possible.
Yes.
And they've touched on that several times within the comics. No Man's Land. One of my favorite storylines was Bruce Wayne Murderer and Bruce Wayne Fugitive. And it was where a guy put out one of the villains that's actually featured in Joker's little rundown. I think it's Killer Moth.
Okay.
I think it was Killer Moth. He set it up so that it looked like Bruce Wayne had killed someone. And he thought he was just fucking over Bruce Wayne. As I recall, it's been many years since I read this. But
it was the whole we'll kidnap Bruce Wayne and Batman will come save him type of situation.
kind of like Bruce Wayne goes into hiding.
Yeah.
And like through the whole thing, it's just you follow Batman's downward spiral because he's up all night. He's just days and days and days of trying to figure out what has gone on and who is fucking him over. Nightwing comes in and says, you need help. And they end up in an actual fight because him and Dick don't see eye to eye on this. And he's trying to keep them as far away from him as he can for the same reasons as in this Lego movie Batman. And it's just Dick ends up winning out. And is just like, the fact that I just whooped your ass tells me that you need us.
Yeah.
And it's important. That's an important plot element dealing with the fact that Bruce thinks he can do it all on his own and he can't.
Yeah.
Like he has a limit. And that was why I've always enjoyed Batman was for the limits. That was what makes him great, is the fact that he can't do everything.
His humanity.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with Superman and he's a superpowered alien, it's hard to...
Yeah. But like him in the Justice League, I've never really gotten on board with. I do enjoy that more human element. But some writers will get involved and they'll make him... Like, he's taking on, like, parademons with battle axes, and he's fighting Thanos, and it's just like, no, that doesn't happen. That's done. That's a one and done. So, like, this new DC movie, where he's heading up the Justice League, and he's gonna take on Thanos. I keep saying Thanos, Darkseid.
I was gonna ask you when you said it the first time.
Marvel has Thanos, DC has Darkseid. They're the same fucking guy.
Okay.
They even look similar. Darkseid's better, though. I like Darkseid more. For some odd reason, he's just creepier. But I don't like the overpowered Batman, and I like the underpowered Batman, and people seem to be forgetting that Batman is fallible and fragile. That could get me on a whole tangent about how people misunderstand that fight in Dark Knight Returns between him and Superman. Nobody understood. Barely anybody understands that fucking fight. And how Batman beat Superman. But anyway.
Yeah, steering us back into this movie.
Yeah, please go back. I'm sorry. I keep going. It's hard to talk about the Bat without going crazy.
No. And that's exactly why I wanted to talk about this with you. So let's talk about the main villain in this movie, who is the Joker, because why not? I told you when I was hyping it up, like, I know you were like, oh, that seems like a fun movie. And I was like, bro, it's really, really good. You need to see it. The Joker actually has a clever plan.
That works.
And even makes fun of people, even is making fun of some of the other movies.
This is way better than the two boats.
What about the two boats? This is way better than the two boats.
What about that time with all the floats in the parade? He stole my balloons.
What did you think about the Joker, and what did you think about the story, the plan?
The plan was fantastic.
Obviously not at the beginning of it.
The overall plan was really cool. The method bothers me because I get... I too once heard an interview with Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill, and that the Batman needs the Joker and the Joker needs the Batman.
Yeah.
That's his greatest villain.
That whole bit, even to me, not knowing a lot about that, just reading bits about that whole relationship that people have really pumped up in their mind, that was whatever. But I'm talking, like, his motivation is not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
the actual
his
inaction
plan.
Well, dude, that was the greatest part. Was there has never been in any movie, even Marvel, a better comic book plan. That was so fantastic. Once again, not getting into spoilers, but the Joker harnesses a power that he should definitely not have, and then basically brings the cosmos down on Gotham City.
Yes, and it relied on knowing how Batman acts.
Yes.
And knowing... He realized his main shtick and his main way of thinking about things was just ending up in the repeat.
Yeah, the endless cycle.
Yeah.
The endless cycle.
And he took something away from Batman that he did not expect.
Yeah, and Batman kind of turns into a psycho.
Yeah.
Which is, honestly, not a far trip That was another thing I liked about the Burton movies, was you've got two psychos dueling it out. Batman's not necessarily a good man, and Joker's not necessarily a good man either. One is just
Batman does his shitty thing.
Oh yeah,
and he did exactly what the Joker fucking wanted him to.
He played right into his hands.
Yep. And I was just like,
it wasn't. If just you want to go into OP Batman, that would never have happened. But he's messed up a couple times. Yeah. Along the same lines.
He thought he was doing the right thing too.
Well, it's just to offer a relatable example. There's a Justice League story arc where the entire Justice League gets taken out. And it's because somebody hacked into Batman's computer and stole all his contingency files for how to take down the entire Justice League.
Perfect.
And it's just the best part of that mission, the best part of that thing is Batman dealing with his own fight that they've sent after him. And I think it's Clark he's talking to on the communicator. And he's just like, I did this. And he's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, it's my plans. And it became this huge thing that Batman that Batman betrayed them all. There was a great storyline. But yeah, just to show that Batman has fallen into people's plans before. It's not a new thing at all. No, I loved the plan. I loved the first plan with the plane. Yeah. And I loved what the plan became. Because it's so comic booky. It's delicious. Yeah. It's fantastic.
The first plan, by the way, was basically
a great plan.
Was basically the plan from the
1966
1966 Batman of we get all the villains and we join up. Yeah. And what could go wrong? Oh wait, they all don't play along very well.
Which, by the way, I thought there was the best animated series send up in the whole thing. The fact that Condiment King is featured prominently. Yeah. Because Condiment King was the fucking joke villain of the animated series. Oh, okay. He would show up and he was like the 1966 guys. He'd make these terrible, let's see if you can cut the mustard, Batman. And, I thought you'd catch up. You know? He was fucking fantastic. He was great, dude. And it was great to see him in the movie, dude. Just and that wasn't even it. Like, one that he didn't even list was the mutant leader. The mutant leader was in the movie from Dark Knight Returns. You only see him a couple times, but he's in there with the huge spiked collar and the fucking fucked up. He looks kind of like Bane without a shirt. Okay. He's got Cyclops visor. It was the 80s. It was the 80s. And then I think I saw Robin Dawn a couple times, which are minor characters from Dark Knight Returns. They're comic relief. They show up every now and then to present some kind of commentary on what's going on.
Gotcha.
They're like Rosencrantz and Guildenstern and Hamlet. They're kind of there to just show up and be like, oh well, for all you schlubs that can't follow the plot line, this is what's going down. We're gonna break it down funny style for you.
Gotcha.
I think they showed up every once in a while. You could see them in the background somewhere, but the mutant leader shows up every now and then, and he's the only one that I caught. But I thought that was great that he was featured there. And just that whole lineup of villains that he's got, dude, is great. Orca's there. I was really hoping Killer Shark would show up, but he doesn't.
It was funny. I thought it was Killer Shark.
You said Killer Shark, and I was like, oh, that's just...
But it was just Jaws.
It's just Jaws, yeah.
I know the name of the movie is Jaws. Yeah. We know. But everybody calls him Jaws.
Yeah, Jaws is the shark. Yeah. But no, Killer Shark is not in the movie. Orca was great. I was glad he was there because he's so shitty. It's like a Spider-Man type of villain, like Rhino.
Oh, God.
It's a man that's been mutated into a suit. Okay, fine. Killer Croc. I love that moment with Killer Croc where he's just like, I did something. That was great. No, that part is just insane to me because there's so many that you can't even catch.
And that shit was just the funny, goofy Batman doing his thing, and then it kicks into the real story, and you're like, wow, okay, okay.
No, I loved the Batmobile.
Yeah.
I loved everything about this movie, dude.
Scuttler, the Batmobile. Was Scuttler a real thing, or
the big cat thing that rides around it? No, and I wish it was.
So that was probably the biggest Master Builder Lego movie callback.
Yeah.
Was that he built a ridiculous contraption?
Yeah, that was so cool. I loved the Scuttler. Man, I wish that thing was real. It's so cool. No, satisfying ending.
Oh yeah.
It's funny. We said we were going to talk about Lego Batman. It's just been me talking about Batman.
No, but like I told you, I love it. I don't have a lot of insight. It's not very Lego movie, and there's not a lot to talk about there besides, the jokes are on point, y'all.
Yeah.
And no, this is why I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to be like, I think it's a great Batman movie. Somebody who knows Batman, tell me what you think. And so far, I'm just like, I fucking love this movie. And I got somebody to back me up.
When he puts on the Nightwing costume, I was really kind of hoping that it would get stripped down and beneath it was the Nightwing costume, like the 80s and 70s era where he looked like Iron Fist, where he's got this huge ridiculous pimp collar. Like that would have been fantastic, dude. I would have loved to have seen that, but instead he's got all the crazy bat gear on and stuff like that.
And stuff, yeah.
Because the way they established his Robin costume was funny, and I was hoping to see kind of some weird moment where he becomes Nightwing for a bit and fucking he ends up in the Nightwing costume. But the old school Nightwing costume, because it's the old school Robin costume, because Robin hasn't looked like that in forever.
Yeah.
That was another complaint, and it just bothers me on a level that, like, I have a weird obsession with Tim Drake. That it was Dick again, but it made sense because he was the first time that he ever had a Robin.
Yes.
I was still just like, man, they're always giving the shaft to my boy Tim. When is Tim gonna have his day?
Yeah.
And it's there's this whole argument.
It's
going
hard
on
because we can never fucking keep a fucking series going long enough on the cinematic world to get to him. You know what I mean?
Right. No, it'd be so. There's this huge argument going on right now about whether in the new Batman they're going to get a new Robin and stuff like that. And people are like, I hope it's Damian, and I fucking hope to God it's not. I can't stand that fucking kid. That was the bit. Like, oh, you know how everybody loves Robin? What if Robin now? Robin's a cool character. What if we made him a terrible piece of shit?
Boom.
Boom. What if he's a smug little rich prick that wants to kill everyone with his katana sword? Fuck you. For one thing, he's like actually he's actually Bruce's son. Which, like, that was a plot line in Son of the Demon way back in the day. And, like, it got cast aside, honestly, because I thought that kind of storyline sucked. Other than the fact that it gave us Ra's al Ghul, who was fantastic as a villain. I never really gave a shit about Batman having a kid. I don't need Robin. I don't need Damian. Fuck Damian. Give me Tim. Make Jason a bad guy again. Fucking put Dick back in Bloodhaven. They mentioned Bloodhaven. I just remembered that.
Yeah.
They bring up Bloodhaven, but what's funny is they talk about it being a better neighborhood.
Yeah.
Bloodhaven is like 100 times worse than Gotham, and that's just all Nightwing's grounds. Like he just lives in Bloodhaven and does the best he can.
Does what he can do.
Yeah, dude, it's man, that was so cool. Just the attention to detail that they put forth was so great. Like it's not even just like and it's none of it feels like wink wink, you know, it's
a lot of shit is just mentioned in passing, other than the breakdown of the villains for the sake of, it's worth a Google.
Yeah, it's worth it. That was so funny. Those are all real. It's worth a Google. Zach Galifianakis killed it.
Yeah, I was very surprised. He didn't annoy me at all.
The dude, the top jokers, if I can be a nerd here. Top jokers.
I know Jared Leto's at the top.
From design to performance. So terrible. But no, like at the top, it's got to be Mark Hamill. He played him the longest. He played him the best. Jack Nicholson. After that, fucking Troy Baker, actually, from Arkham Origins. I loved Arkham Origins. It's my favorite Arkham game. Nobody else likes that game.
I really like. Yeah, no. Everybody talks about that. The one you skip and you go to Arkham or you go to Arkham
Origins.
Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Fucking, which, by the way, fucking, we're PC gamers, so fuck that game forever.
Yeah, for real.
Because I hear it's great.
Cleaned it up. I heard they've cleaned it up,
but only to a certain extent. It won't even. It will never run right. Once we upgrade your shit, you'll probably be able to run it at a reasonable thing, and you can pick it up for like $10.
20 frames a second?
Yeah, no, above 30 probably.
I was gonna say it's like 30, I think.
But It was locked to 30. Let's not get into
Let's
this.
not do that.
But yeah, it's weird that you say that because everybody talks about Origins as being like, ugh.
Well, like, Asylum was written by Paul Dini.
But I love Troy Baker as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like, fucking...
Yeah.
Bandwagon haters and shit, fucking...
Yeah.
People didn't like Bioshock Infinite after the fact, even though it's fucking amazing.
It's a great game, dude. Yeah, well, it's everybody complaining about Force Awakens after it came out.
Yeah.
And then Troy Baker's Joker, who is fantastic. Probably, aside from Mark Hamill and John DiMaggio, the best takes on the character. Troy just does such a... He puts so much effort without sounding like he's trying into honoring Mark's presentation. And because, it was Mark through all the games up until that point.
Up until that one, yeah.
And, for so long, there's such a legacy to pay attention to. And he tried, and he succeeded. He didn't do his own thing.
He's a professional.
He tried, but it's subtly different. But he sounds like a younger Joker. And he's supposed to be a younger Mark Hamill Joker. And that makes perfect sense. No, Origins is my favorite game, because aside from Asylum, because it had the best fucking story. And that's what I want from a Batman. Anything is a good story. Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
And it was probably at the bottom.
For what he was given.
Yeah.
Fucking... Yeah, Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger and Zach Galifianakis probably rounds out top 5, dude. Yeah. I really enjoyed him in this movie. It was great. Dude, just... This movie... In general, as a Batman film, it's definitely in my top 5. In the animated films, it's probably the second after Mask of the Phantasm.
Nice.
So fucking good, dude. I loved this movie so much. Like, you couldn't see me in the theater, but I was grinning the whole time. Like, it was so good, dude.
I love it, man. What's crazy is I went into it being like, nice, some more Lego movie.
You were so pumped for another Lego movie.
And you know what?
We got Ninjago to look forward to.
Yeah, and that looks like it's going to be straight
Ninjago looks like it's bananas, dude. Yeah. That looks so great.
And it's super cool, dude. They show that bit where, like, the ninjas are fighting. He, like, opens the fucking refrigerator door.
Catching a baby.
Yeah, and all that shit. I'm just like, it looks like it's going to have, like, cool ninja action, and it's going to be fucking Lego movie.
It looks kind of Ninja Turtle-y. Mm-hmm. And that makes me super happy because I love the Ninja Turtles.
There's been no Ninja Turtles.
I haven't seen the second one.
Why would you?
Because it's got my boys Bebop and Rocksteady in it, and my dog Casey Jones.
Who are Tyler Perry, right?
Is Casey Jones is not Tyler Perry?
No. Sorry, you were talking too fast.
Yeah,
but he makes Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah. Well, because it's kind of based off the cartoons where he did all the mutating and stuff like that.
Gotcha. But anyway, so yeah, I went into it fucking just like ready for some more Lego movie nonsense, and I walked out of it with like a good fucking Batman movie.
Yeah. With
Lego movie humor. That was very subdued, to be completely honest. It's funny throughout.
Dude, it's very tame compared to the Lego. It's not wacky. It's not wackadoo at all, dude.
Right at the beginning, just for some fun, just pointing out how kind of
anything with the Joker is bonkers.
Kind of how goofy it is, fucking, and the characters acted like Lego movie characters until at the beginning, and then after that they were just characters. It was kind of weird because two best friends. Yeah, everything seems good up
seamless.
here.
Well, as long as they're best friends. I'm a loser.
Yeah, I'm a loser at home and
at work.
Yeah, not lethal. Yay!
Not lethal. Yeah. Oh my god. And I love that it goes off the 60s joke where Batman is just like this kind of douche, but everybody relies on him to do everything.
Oh, dude, fucking big diss on Commissioner Gordon.
Super diss on Commissioner.
Click. Yeah, as long as she's got the bat signal, click.
Yeah.
Like, I'll do what I do every time. Hit the bat signal. I was like, damn.
I know, dude. And I love Jim. Jim's fantastic. That was part of what... Oh, God. That's another fucking tangent. Gotham is the worst fucking...
Barbara.
Barbara. It just... Gotham is the worst fucking show I've ever seen.
Yeah, I just refuse.
I keep trying because everybody tells me to hang in there, but like I'm not watching this for the supervillains. I didn't need to see that there was a very successful comic put out by Greg Rucka called GCPD.
I read something by Greg Rucka that I liked.
Yes, you did.
He
one
wrote
of the Star Wars books.
He wrote the lead up
To Force Awakens.
Shattered Empire.
Yeah, and you enjoyed that book.
Yeah.
No, Greg Rucka's a great writer. If you want to check anything else out by him, top of my list is probably The Lazarus. Lazarus is a fantastic comic. Cyberpunk, post-apocalypse. Very, very cool. But no, he wrote GCPD. And it was all about the cops dealing with shit on the streets. Supervillains would show up, but for the most part, it was dealing with the crime and being a cop in Gotham. And it was a fantastic series, and you got to see all the cops like Bullock and Renee and everybody. And it was fucking super great, dude. And that was what I was kind of hoping for. And then they said it was going to be before Bruce was a cop, before Bruce was doing his Batman thing. And I was like, oh, sweet. So we're going to deal with how fucking shitty Gotham was
going to get.
So I was, or was, because like before like the supervillain showed up, it was mob. It was all the mafia. It was the Falcones, and I can't remember the other fucking gang name, and it's bothering the shit out of me because they were warring. Maronis, I think is what it was. Falcones and the Maronis. And they were fighting over Gotham. The Sionis family as well, which is where Black Mask comes from. And they were fighting over Gotham all the time, dude. And it was just the cops. The cops were fucking dirty as shit. And Jim came in and started cleaning up everything and cleaning up and trying to make Gotham into a better place. And it was fucking... I was looking forward to that so much because I liked the idea of dealing with
You were... before the show came out, you were telling me this kind of shit, and I was like, "Yeah, that sounds pretty cool."
Because it was just going to be, probably be a police procedural, but it's in Gotham and it's Jim Gordon.
And then I missed a few episodes, and then I saw some previews, and we were like, "Wait, is that the Riddler?"
Yeah, and he's just like, "Wink, wink."
Wait, is that Bruce Wayne as a kid?
Yeah, I was fine with that. I thought it would be great to have maybe Jim go in and check in on Bruce and stuff, because one of the parts that I loved about Begins and even Dark Knight Rises was where he tells him it's gonna be okay and puts his coat on him and stuff. I loved little Bruce and Jim interacting.
And the way he revealed his identity before he sacrificed himself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but like that bothered me that he had to reveal himself to Jim. Because I have always enjoyed the idea.
He didn't have to. It was because Jim, it would
have been fine until he leaves and he goes, Bruce Wayne?
Oh, yeah. Well, especially because the other Robin, whose name is now just Robin, it was just like, oh, I know who you are because you gave me a look one time. So
that one time you looked at me and you had them orphan eyes. You got them sexy orphan eyes. I was just like, what? But then he goes, Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
Duh. I've always enjoyed the fact that Jim's not an idiot. And Jim's a good cop. So he's always known who Batman is. It's just that there's things that he doesn't want to do or acknowledge. And that kind of fucking crushed that for me. But that was what I was hoping for. Was maybe Bruce shows up every now and then. You know. And I mean, I know he's not like really a main character, but they do more with the kid than I think they should. It's fucking, but now it's like...
Here we go again, folks. Us talking shit about a DC property that we haven't seen.
I've seen Gotham. I watched the first season of Gotham.
All right, fair enough.
Oh, dude. But speaking of comic book shows, I saw a commercial for Flash the other day. I gotta start watching Flash.
I heard Flash was really good.
Dude, Grodd showed up.
I heard a lot of people were upset that they decided to just fucking throw that guy to the fucking wayside for the other Flash.
Yeah, well, because, that's the thing, too, is they're not fucking one universe, so who gives a shit?
That's true. And honestly, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool that Marvel does it, but they're separate while being the same.
Well, they've also fallen apart. I think at this point, the Netflix only tangentially mentions it, where they talk about the incident and like those other costume freaks and stuff like that. S.H.I.E.L.D. gets no mention at all anymore. S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't exist in the films.
I'm sad.
That makes me real sad. But yeah, so I guess in the long run, maybe DC was smart.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a huge thing to try to maintain. But I guess all the shows are going to be in one universe now. Supergirl's going to be in with Flash and Arrow now. And I've heard rumors that Constantine may be coming back.
Yeah, and I don't
which
know,
makes me happy.
I don't know if we've ever talked about Supergirl. I think we brought it up in passing.
We talked about how much we enjoy that show a couple times.
Guilty pleasure. Supergirl's great.
Supergirl's a great show. But no, I saw a trailer for Flash.
We definitely did talk about it because I said it helps to be a creep.
It does.
Because it really does.
It does. She's an attractive woman. I'm not gonna lie, but like it's light Superman fun.
Yeah,
you know, it's she's saving kitties
and the
from
proms
trees.
tomorrow.
And the proms tomorrow. Yeah, there's a lot of that, but she's doing good because good is the way to be, and I love that. And she has these issues. The one where she found out that her mom probably lied to her.
Yeah,
that kind of got me.
Yeah.
But no, I saw a commercial for Flash like today or yesterday, and fucking Grodd's coming. And I was like, are they really doing the giant talking monkey? And fucking sure enough, walking down the street in his battle armor is fucking Grodd. And I was like, this show just doesn't give a shit. This is fucking amazing. So now I'm like all on board. I'm probably going to watch Flash tonight. You know, like, it's fucking... Like, because I love it when
Let's give it a look, man. I'm game.
I love it when they don't care. And they're just like, no, this is what it is. And we're going to do that. I love that. And I want the movies to do that. Stop fucking around.
It is what it is. And do the fucking...
There's a fucking reason it's been around for 100 years. You know? It's so... These guys made a difference, you know?
Josh, let me tell you.
God damn it!
I'm happy.
Even Marvel pulls its punches, and that bothers me.
God, that's exactly what I'm getting into. I'm glad that this is happening for you with Flash because I'm never gonna see fucking Taskmaster,
which is bullshit.
Fucking Crossbones should not have existed
without Taskmaster.
Without Taskmaster, bro.
Well, dude, when we were watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they were talking about, God, what was it?
All of a sudden, Ward, I was like...
Ward's training and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, we might see some fucking Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be on the show, but who gives a shit? This is going to be sweet as fuck. Nope. Oh, and speaking of which, I think because we didn't address another one, we should make a mention. We lost Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
We don't try to get heavy with it. We didn't comment on the Carrie Fisher one because what are you supposed to say?
It's too sad.
Dude, I feel bad because like my reaction was like, oh great, here we go. You know?
And that's, first of all, shock. I was working.
Yeah.
And I walked into, I don't want to say too much about what I does, but I go to people's houses, Josh. And I walked into a house and I was, and it was just on the news. And I'm just like, I was just like killed. I was dead. I could die.
Well, dude, it's funny. We were in Lego Batman when I got the news.
Yeah, and I had heard from Bernie earlier.
And I yelled, what the fuck?
Yeah. And
surrounded by children.
Sitting next to these kids. And I was like, Josh.
He's like, Josh. And I was like, shit, but Bill Pack. Oh. No, dude.
That is a huge bummer. But yeah, I was initially shocked by Carrie Fisher, but again, I was just like, oh no, I really hope the writing of the new trilogy wasn't too reliant on her, and hopefully the fucking writing doesn't get all screwy. That's a selfish thing, but still, there was a time of me just being like, I couldn't fucking believe it.
It was so sad, and then Debbie right after.
And then while planning her daughter's funeral.
Yeah.
Terrible, but Bill Paxton.
But Bill Paxton, dude, it's just like, it fucking hit me so hard. And like, I looked at you and I was like, man, that was Hudson, man. Like, Hudson mattered a lot to me. I loved Hudson's character in Aliens. And like, it went through my mind when I heard about it, and it wasn't a joke. It wasn't like my usual dark humor about fucked up shit like that. It was just like, game over, man. You know, and it made me sad.
Yeah.
Because it is gay. It was just like, and it's like, So one of my favorite artists, Daniel Warren Johnson, did a a dedication to Bill Paxton, and it was that scene from Aliens where Hudson's getting pulled into the floor by the aliens, and he's just unloading the pulse rifle into its face, just like, you motherfucker, like that, dude. And I was just like, that's how Bill went out in my brain.
Yeah.
You know, it's so sad. He was so young too.
And 61, and fucking he was a big part of why we enjoyed Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. there at the beginning.
Yeah, dude.
There's anybody you could trust.
It's Bill Paxton.
And he fucked us.
And he fucked us over. Spoilers.
So yeah, that was a big bummer.
God, dude.
Yeah. Ripperoni. As the kids in Twitch chat say.
Good job, Ryan.
As the kids in Twitch chat say.
But no, I just thought of it mentioned.
Yeah, because
Marvel,
because like you said, he was a big part of that show.
Oh, dude, he was the villain
when it went bananas and the lead into to fucking Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. Yeah. He was part of that whole algorithm.
Yeah,
and everything.
Dude. He was integral to.
He was the spear
moving
tip.
The whole fucking cinematic universe into the Civil War storyline.
Yeah, he was the spear tip of that whole thing.
Ripped the fabric apart of what held it together in Phase 1, which was S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah,
exactly. Very, very detrimental. But like I said, Marvel's dropping the ball too. Like with making the villain, quote unquote, from Civil War, Zemo. I really think it would have been a lot more impactful if he had just been a regular dude.
Yep. Which he was, but they had to just be like, oh, it's Zemo.
Well, and it's like I was telling you the other day, I would love to see more period pieces from Marvel. Like maybe, because like most of Captain America First Avenger is a montage.
Yeah.
Why don't we go back in time and have him deal with Strucker? And stuff like that, you know, that would be cool to see another 1940s.
They could do a dual narrative thing where fucking
that would be cool as hell, dude. Dealing with
something now, but he's basically remembering. Like they're coming after him. There's a personal grudge, and he feels like it's his fault as things are happening to the people
he's
surrounded.
That's how they do it in the comics.
As he's surrounded himself with, who are the new Avengers, I'm guessing, or the Secret Avengers at this point.
I don't know what they're gonna
call.
Yeah.
But fucking, and he's flashing back. And trying to remember things trying to deal with the situation.
That was how I thought it would be cool to deal with Zemo. Like, maybe he's dealing with Zemo's son, because there was a Zemo Jr. And it would be interesting to have him fighting off Grandpa or whatever, and then reflecting, you know, dealing with new Zemo, reflecting with old Zemo, you know. And it would be really cool to have seen a juxtaposition of that. That would have been really cool. But, like, stuff like that, like maybe we do 70s, you know. With this new Ant-Man that's coming out, Ant-Man and Wasp, I think it would be really cool if it was they get some guy that looks close enough to Michael Douglas, because it's not like with fucking trying to de-age Han Solo 5 years, you know. No, like do a young 70s, 80s Ant-Man and Wasp feature. I think that would be so cool. This, like, they're fighting the Cold War or something, you know, or whatever. You know, I don't know. I think that'd be really, really cool. Probably never going to happen. But, no, like Marvel is not without its faults, you know.
No.
It's just, we were talking about a DC movie. I'm complaining about DC making bad choices.
Yeah, we got to fucking act like we're not Marvel shows.
Yeah, we got to put it out there that, you know, we got to put the ruse up. We're pulling a flim-flam.
God, hang on, I gotta deposit this check.
I know, from all our Marvel millions.
Disney.
Yeah.
God, all this Disney money is gave us all this, Josh.
Yes,
you
this glorious garage.
You hear that echo? We do everything for the audio quality, and we have this glorious echo. But guess what? It's our show, and we like to smoke and drink. And you know where we can do that? The garage studio.
Yeah.
The Grudio.
The Grudio. That's funny. I like that.
But yeah, man, Lego Batman, 10 out of 10.
Definitely check it out, dude. Great movie.
We're scoring things now.
Yeah.
We're not.
We're a score team. Yeah, it's a 10.5 for me.
10 out of 10. Legend of Zelda status.
Oh, yeah, dude, you're playing that? How are you liking it, man?
I bought a Nintendo Switch. Yeah.
We don't have another movie to talk about yet.
Well, maybe. This might all be edited. I don't know, fuck you. I'll just make it a separate episode. Give us this more.
Yeah, we'll just do it.
We've been talking an hour.
Have we been talking an hour? Yeah, I ran my mouth.
Yeah, I bought a Switch. It wasn't hard. I didn't have a pre-order, so if you've been reading all those articles, they're a little overblown. That game. Man.
Dude, I was watching it the other night.
And that was like the tutorial and then a bit of me finding my bearings out in the world. Now that I'm like into it, holy shit,
dude!
Man.
Normally, I hate that cell shaded shit, but that game is beautiful, dude.
Yeah, it's
I love
nice.
the character designs in the game. I love that they've blended fantasy with an Asian motif.
Yeah,
like there's very heavy like Japanese and Chinese overtones, and then the guys you went and registered your horse with, Mongolians.
Yeah,
I thought that was great.
Yeah, I think, and they've existed in the Zelda verse. They're Garud, so I don't know, fuck whatever.
Yeah,
but
I was gonna say, how much of this, aside from monsters, how much of this is similar to the other Zelda games?
It's pretty similar, and I think they have an unofficial. I think it's official, but let's just call it unofficial because it should just be. All of the stories are so separate, but everybody tries to piece them together. But I think this one lies in the whole post-Ocarina of Time.
See, I thought maybe it was referencing the very first game.
It is an
because I saw that cutscene.
It is an homage to the open world, not knowing what to do. Mm-hmm. The gameplay is an homage to the first game, but I think storyline is post-Ocarina.
Okay, because I saw that cutscene, and I was kind of going back and forth between like Link to the Past and the first game, where they could, because they talk about
there's actually branching storylines. They have a lost and won, like defeated Ganon and didn't defeat Ganon, and the games have gone along two storylines.
Okay,
kind of like, I don't know, XCOM. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's fucking super sweet.
But no, it's crazy, man. I've been playing for 10 hours maybe, and I think I've completed like 3 story quests, and I've unlocked 1 extra bit of the map outside of the starting area.
Yo, you showed me that map. That map is rivaling the Witcher 3 map.
Yeah, well, I was going to say,
size,
to relate it to Witcher, I've completed fucking White Orchard, and I've maybe made it to the Baron.
And now you're at the Bloody Baron. Okay.
Like at the beginning.
Yeah.
And now I've gotten lost. I'm like in fucking shrines I definitely shouldn't be at. I started just climbing shit. I got a new horse, and I figured out what's going on with the horses. Okay. So the Dingus is in the stable. Fuck Dingus.
Really? Was Dingus a
he was cool. I
was going to ask you, do you still got Dingus?
But here's the thing. Dingus is in the stable because spotted horses are tame, nice horses. All fucking one color horses are wild beasts, and I had this much stamina left and fucking tamed that motherfucker. I have a new all black, white maned fucking horse that I named fucking Zarbon. And dude, he goes way faster. He has 4 more stamina things for fucking galloping.
Oh, okay.
And if I run into an enemy, he fucking plows them over and shit. He's crazy, and it took a long time to like make him not be all fussy and shit.
Yeah.
But like, dude, that fucking mechanic's crazy. The fucking the armor. I found a place where I can dye my armor.
Yeah.
So I don't look like a fucking
hobo.
Well. Sure.
I saw your guy. He's got like a shirt now.
No, I know, but remember before I was kind of looked like an outdoorsy type lesbian.
I thought you just looked like Axl Rose without all his jeans and shit on. I told you just needed like a denim vest with the sleeves cut off.
And the the humor in the game of the NPCs, and it feels like
funny.
There's travelers along the roads. That I've been to 2 villages. They're fucking.
It's funny. I was watching you with stuff. Fucking interrupt.
Yeah.
It's empty. The world is pretty empty, but it doesn't feel like it should be more populated, like with Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls games, where you're kind of like, this is it. It's 10 blocks.
That secluded area was very empty. It's getting
okay.
I'm running into other races. I'm running into lots of shit. Lots of shit. People just telling me random shit. People being like, bro, what's up? Like, literally being like, bro, what's up, bro? And I'm just like, dude, this guy's fucking amazing.
That's awesome.
Like,
I saw
I went into this shop, and this girl's just like, in the corner. I'm like, what's up? She's like, no, just have a look around. I just like this corner. Like, they're like weird fucking characters and shit.
Weird Japanese humor and
and
stuff.
I'm just like,
That's awesome, dude.
Dude,
The music
it feels
fantastic.
the most alive of any Zelda game I've played, but I have not played outside of like Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, and if you watched our Twitch channel back in the day,
which we're trying to get back going.
yeah, which we are. But the original, which I was made fun of by the speedrunners who would stop by
Because he was so bad.
Dude, it's just like I said, I'm 10 hours in, and I'm just like, I'm maybe a 10th. I feel like I'm a 10th of the way.
But
through
you're
this.
looking forward. You're really.
It's
into
going to probably outdo fucking Witcher for me, which I put in 80 hours.
Dude, you put in a shit ton of time on Witcher, dude. I still need to beat it.
So it's amazing. As far as the Switch goes, if you have a Wii U, just buy it on the Wii U. I'm a sucker. I just did it because I thought it'd be fun, and it was fun. And playing,
Well,
honestly,
it was so
I
funny
woke up
because
this
you were like,
No.
no, I don't fucking need that shit. No,
dude, what-
no. And then release day came, and you were like, I'm gonna buy that Switch.
But what happens when I beat it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's going to happen to that Switch?
Yeah.
Like, the game lineup sucks. But dude, I woke up this
What
morning.
if they come out with like a You don't like Metroid?
No. But no, there's more games coming. There is. And it's going to be awesome. But fucking, for right now, it's like, it was kind of a poor purchase. I could have played through this game on the hardware I already had. Bought a Switch later on, but it was actually pretty fucking awesome this morning that you took off last night.
Yeah.
I fucking popped it out of the dock. I accidentally sat on the toilet for an hour because I was doing
Spoilers.
I was doing some cool shit, and then fucking went to bed and put it on my fucking nightstand. When I woke up, I just grabbed it and I fucking played for like an hour and a half, still chilling in bed.
Jesus,
and I'm just
man.
like, that's actually pretty cool.
That's
Like,
pretty sweet.
and then like I'm going on vacation like next week,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna have some free time. I'll be able to take it along with me.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty cool.
That's
but,
cool.
But if you have a Wii U and you're like, wow, I've bought 5 games for this in its whole lifetime, it runs exactly the same on the Wii U.
Okay.
Digital Foundry already did a whole thing on it. The frame drop, it's in 720p instead of 900p. The frame drops are all still the same. The smoothest mode is handheld mode on the Switch.
Really?
Because it's 720p.
Okay.
And fucking no frame drops. But as
Really?
far as playing it on a TV,
Because I know you were kind of laughing at that
Yeah.
point with the grass.
yeah. And not everywhere is wildlands like that, so
Yeah.
it doesn't even happen everywhere in the game.
love the
But as far as playing it on a TV, the
Yeah.
Wii U and the Switch are almost identical.
See, like I was looking at it yesterday, and
Outside
it
of
just
resolution.
it's so funny, dude. It made me wish I had a Nintendo because those kind of games are so fun to me. I love those third-person platformers. Like I love Darksiders too, and I've been waiting for something like that to come back around. If anybody listening has any recommendations for me on the PC, hit me up. I would like to hear about it. But no, I was looking at that game, dude. Like when you went into that temple and you had to that one shrine, and you pull the ice out to bounce the ball down and figure out the puzzle.
Dude, that one was crazy.
That one was cool, dude. It was so, and there was such a sense of scale, and I love that in games where you're in this huge environment that's very ornate and very cool. I don't know, man. And like the music is so ambient and so.
And the lack of music was so great. So when you're in a place and the music kicks in, it's very nice.
Yeah, and it's like very quiet.
Yeah.
Very subtle. And I love that, dude. No,
It feels very chill. Like I rolled onto like this
very
beach,
cool.
and I was like doing like, yeah, man, I'm lost in it for sure.
That's cool. That horse training you're talking about is very similar to I remember from Red Dead Redemption, because I think it was the gold and black maned horse was your best horse, and it was a pain in the ass to tame.
Yeah. And, and even after, like I said, like and then I talked to somebody and they're like, oh, bro, they really say bro sometimes or whatever. But they were like, oh no, he said, I only talk about horses. So if you're a horseman, not like, no, I only talk horse talk. not like I talk like a horse. I mean, I talk about horses. And I was like, okay, thank you for clarifying. And then he like gave me some tips and shit. And yeah, I've been doing stuff and fucking my bond rating has been going up.
Yeah.
Like they're like, don't just.
Did you ever go back to that dog?
I'm going to go back to the dog.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Because I may have seen something online, and I think becoming friends with that dog does do something.
So you can keep that dog?
I don't know if you can keep him, but I think fucking bribing him with food ends up working out in your favor.
Oh, okay. Can you ride a goat?
I don't know about goats. Those guys fucking know when you're there like immediately.
Yeah.
I just murder them ever since that one fucking headbutted me almost to death.
Dude, he ran you over.
But I saw a video of somebody fucking actually mounting one of those deers. And they're like, oh, it's like fucking Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, that was why I was like, can you ride that goat?
And they went to go take him to the fucking stables, and they're like, that's not a horse. Get fuck off, dude.
Damn it.
But they're like, I don't know if it's just that stable or if it's somebody else will do it. But like, yeah, you can. So I don't know, man. Like I said, there's just, and I've been trying to avoid spoilers, which sucks because there's like a lot of my favorite streamers are all playing it.
They're way ahead of
but
you. That was me when I was playing Witcher 3.
They're way ahead of me, but you also don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You're like, eventually, so like, I'm trying not to be spoiled because, dude, I just find shit that was crazy. Like, I don't know if you're ever there. I found a secret and you get something for it. And then like, I found somebody who was like, oh, do you have any of these? And I gave them to him in craziness.
I didn't see
I'm
that
just
bit.
like, it's an amazing game. So yeah. If you have a Wii U, get it on a Wii U. If you don't own a Nintendo console, the Switch is a cool system. I think it's not that gimmicky. It's just like play it on your TV with a remote, with a Pro controller, or fucking pop off the Joy-Cons and fucking you have a nice little system and you can take it with you. If you have a Wii U, they don't have enough games on the Switch to justify buying it.
Are they gonna do like the arcade and everything like that?
Yeah, the virtual console hasn't launched yet, and I think it's because they're trying to figure out how to transfer games. Because like that's the thing, am I gonna have to buy all the shit on the virtual console again? Because I bought a lot of shit.
Yeah,
Donkey Kong Country, fucking Punch Out, fucking all sorts of shit.
Yeah, dude, we played Punch Out a bunch.
We have on our other YouTube channel, we have a whole fucking whole bit on Super Mario World, and it's like
that's right. We did play on the fucking Wii U.
Yeah, and it's like so they're ironing things out. You know, Nintendo fucking.
Did we do Double Dragon on the Wii U, or did we do that?
Because we did Double Dragon Battletoads was done on emulator.
No, I'm talking about when we did the
Double Dragon Neon. No, that was on PC.
That was PC. Okay.
And I had a weird crashing issue.
Yeah,
I think it was right after I did
crashing.
Windows 10.
It
so
kept crashing. It was so annoying.
But yeah, 10 out of 10 would recommend. IGN.
Worst game I've ever played.
Yeah, 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Chris Duckman. So.
Damn,
son.
Shots fired. What are you doing? He's going to know. We're going to die.
The worst score imaginable. B-.
His fans are going to murder us.
Oh, whatever.
We like Stuckman.
No, we love Stuckman. Fucking, but
that man is a saint.
His words are the review. His obligatory score at the end means nothing.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. His fans are going to kill us.
Yeah, whatever. We're fans.
I know, right?
Yeah, so as far as video gaming goes, that's what's going on with me until the 21st.
Yeah.
Then I'll take a break to play some Mass Effect because I promised I would give this one a go.
Yeah. Well, you didn't promise. You just straight up asked me.
Yeah, no. And
are you going to do that Andromeda?
I'm interested.
I want to do that Andromeda. And I was like, holy shit. You didn't even like the other ones. But
they were older.
Yeah, well, see, and that was the thing. You tried to jump in with 3, and I told you flat out when you told me that, I was like, dude, don't do that. You need to go back.
They promised, like, oh, you just pick a couple things, and you can pick action-based and blah, blah, blah. And
dude,
nah, I was confused and pissed off.
Well, see, and like that bothered me so much. I was just like, no, I actually had to choose whether or not to shoot
Witcher 3, I was able to do it.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah. No, it's just so funny because I was just like...
I had no history with Trish, and I was like, that's my girl. Yennefer, I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, dude, I was like... When they first did it for 2, when they put Mass Effect 2 on the PlayStation, I was like, you get a fucking motion comic? Fuck you. That's not the same. I had to pick if Caden died. I was
there.
I was there.
Yeah.
I had to try to calm Rex down. I didn't just go, I saved Rex. Like, no, fuck you, dude. That's not
I have
the
Mass
same.
Effect 2 on Origin because I got it for free.
You should check it out.
So I'm not going to have time.
Yeah.
I'll just be real. By that time, fucking Origin or fucking Andromeda will come out. And that'll be my.
I did the same.
That'll be my Mass Effect.
I grabbed
story.
it, but it's funny, dude, because I was just like, well, I got all the DLC on the Xbox. No.
No.
So now I have Mass Effect and Mass Effect 2 sitting on my computer, and I'm never gonna play them.
Yeah, whatever. We all like having the big library.
Yeah. But no, Andromeda looks to be the shit. I'm looking forward to that very, very much. It's funny, I was wearing my sweater the other day and some kid came walking by me in the theater and was just like, can't wait for Andromeda. And I was like,
Okay.
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure, bro.
I was like, what are you talking? Yeah, I was a big fan of Pandora's Box. Oh.
No, Josh, I'm out drinking you, bruh. Anyway.
Oh, what the fuck was I thinking? Yeah, I think we're done, dude.
That's it. I think that's all we got.
Yeah, man. Might as well call it a D.
You will have just heard part 2 of our 2016 special. I hope you enjoyed that. We had a good time. We had a good time. We had a good time catching up on those movies, but God, is it great to just be in the swing and just watching 2017
Watching
movies.
new movies, yeah.
Our next episode will be Logan.
Yeah, we maybe tacked onto this one.
No.
Probably. You're just gonna do another episode.
This one's long enough.
Yeah. Okay. We ended up having some shit to talk about.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna do Logan next. We were supposed to see Logan today, but shit got in the way.
Yeah, no, but by the time we nailed down a showing, fucking there was no seats, so
Yeah.
we're just gonna get some seats tomorrow, see it, fucking record. You'll hear that after this one. Thank you for listening. You can find us on YouTube. You might be listening on SoundCloud. You might be listening anywhere else because we're on all the major podcasts.
We everywhere.
We're Mighty Fish Productions on YouTube. We also will start having some Sunday streams going up on Twitch we're going to start a new one, Mighty Fish Productions. Follow us on Twitter, Mighty Fish Pod, I believe.
I think is what it is, yeah.
Mighty Fish Pod. If you want to email us, fucking mightyfishpodcast@gmail.com. I don't know. Maybe leave a comment down below. Give us a like and a subscribe.
Hit that thumb.
Yeah, dude, hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notifications. I don't know. Whatever normal YouTube bullshit.
Whatever you're doing, please keep doing it.
Yeah, just keep doing you, bro.
You just do you, bro.
All right, we will catch you in the next one. I don't know. A lot of YouTubers say that.
You're trying to like build it up, dude. That's not us.
That ain't us.
Who are you?
I'm Ryan.
I am still Josh.
Thank you for listening. Goodbye.